Keith Ablow is one of the pundits, or I should say commentators, on Fox News.
Dr. Keith Ablow?
He refers to himself as a doctor, but I really do question his credentials because he's said some pretty questionable things in the past. Now, we cover his commentary on the show often because some of the stuff that he says is pretty dangerous and hateful, and he absolutely does not hold back when it comes to the LGBT community. Now, recently in California, there was a proposal by the governor. It's known as the California's School Success and Opportunity Act. And what it would do is it would allow transgender students to use the bathroom that they identify with in terms of their gender. So let's say you were biologically a boy, but you identify as a girl, you would be able to use the girls' bathroom, right?
Sounds like a huge problem.
Huge problem for someone like Keith Ablow. So Keith wrote, I'm going to refer to him as Keith. Well, how about that?
He is a licensed medical doctor.
He is. It's a little unfortunate.
He went to.
He's a psychiatrist.
Yeah, he went to. I went to Tufts. He went to the medical school of my alma mater.
That's why he's so questionable.
Totally.
I'm totally kidding. Anyway, so he wrote on FoxNews.com, and he said the following about transgender students. I know that other psychiatrists may well disagree, and I know the LGBT activists will criticize me, but I believe that allowing this choice is profoundly destructive psychologically to all students, including the ones who identify themselves as transgender. Oh, well, thank you for telling transgender students what's best for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he knows. Clearly he knows. Yeah, he's long been against it. He's been on Howard a lot, and I hope not anymore because they got into a fairly significant beef last time because he was talking about Chaz Bono and like the danger that Chaz Bono was sending to all these other kids. That that it's okay to change your sexual not your sexual orientation, but your whole sexual identity to have the surgery. And he just Howard was like, I think Chaz is happy.
Yeah.
I think Chaz has sort of found. Who he is and why are we this seems like a success story.
Yeah.
Why on earth?
Why are we even getting involved in this situation, right? It's none of your damn business, okay? But he does continue to write some pretty mean and hateful things. He says, I don't see anything but toxicity from the notion of a person with female anatomy feeling free to use the urinal in the boys' restroom while a boy stands next to her and uses one too. So this is an argument that a lot of conservatives will make, right? You can't, but they make it needlessly sexual, right? If you are biologically a woman or a girl and you identify as a boy, you don't get aroused by using a bathroom or using, and you're not going to be standing next to a urinal with a boy and checking out his privates. I don't know why they make up this scenario in their head.
They think of the worst, weirdest case scenario.
Exactly.
Where they think, instead of thinking this might help kids who don't know where to go, where they are, who don't feel like they belong anywhere, who are at real risk of hurting themselves at a worst case scenario, and at a bare minimum are likely to experience some significant depression, right?
Absolutely.
And they take it to, what if a guy pretended to want to be a girl so he could get into the girls' bathroom and see their vaginas? That doesn't... and you're like, dude, I don't think that's going to happen. That's not a thing. And also, the school's not moron. They're not just going to be like, okay, you identify as a girl, go use the girls' bathroom.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And also, usually when Republicans, or I should be specific, conservatives make that type of argument, it's some form of projection. So is that something that he thought of when he was in school? I don't understand where he gets that from, right? Because that wouldn't even cross my mind. I wouldn't think that someone would go through the torture of pretending to be a gender that they don't actually identify with just so they can use the bathroom that they're not supposed to use.
Right.
It's so stupid.
Wouldn't they just be more likely to go into that bathroom? They're going to go to all this trouble. They're going to have paperwork. They're going to tell their parents. I'm sure that you have to tell your folks. I don't think you got to tell the principal. You can't just be like, oh, today I feel like a girl today.
No, this is my favorite part, okay? And I think it's very symbolic of what conservatives usually think about science. I am not convinced by any science. I can find that people with definitively male DNA and definitively male anatomy can actually be locked in a cruel joke of nature because they are actually female. He doesn't believe the science, okay? That's his main argument. It's all bullshit. It's all made up.
Yeah, so what does he think these people are doing?
They're just making shit up. They just want to stir
all
the pot.
The transgender community of the world, they're just
He doesn't believe the science.
He's not buying it. Well, okay.
It's really fun to be discriminated against. It's really fun to feel like you're trapped in someone else's body. It's great to know that your community has a very high level and rate of depression and suicide. I mean, this guy is a joke. Yeah. And having him on any television show or any radio show is destructive. I think it's destructive to society. This type of guy should not have any format to speak on.